Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to this morning's episode of My PI Dream. It's a beautiful morning here, but then again, pretty much every morning is beautiful. Remember, I told you that the mornings always start out like this, and then after a couple hours, that's when the weather starts changing around here, if we are going to go into like a cloudy or rainy situation. I'm being a little bit quiet this morning because I'm listening to all the birds here. We always get so many birds in the backyard. I love the sound of the birds. And I love the mornings around here. And I'll show you in just a minute why. Well, let's go ahead and get today started. Without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Now, every morning we usually have more blue skies over here, and then from the east over here we start getting clouds. It takes about 2 hours and we start getting a lot of clouds. It's that time of year. But what I wanted to show you this morning happens to be what I discovered last night. I'm going to show you some pictures in just a moment. But our dragon fruit over here, I'll set this down. Our dragon fruit, you can see dragon fruit over here, dragon fruit here. Look at all the dragon fruit. Well, you don't really realize right now, but these were in beautiful blossom last night. And dragon fruit do that, and we've talked about that in the past. That's when they bloom. They bloom at nighttime. We got plenty of them. If I were to count the ones that bloomed last night, oh, let's see. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see one up above there, that's 6. There's one over there, that's 7. There's one right over there, that's 8. Well, I know there's at least, oh, wait a minute, 8, 9. This one's about to bloom. Maybe it'll bloom tonight or tomorrow. So 9, I see at least 9. That's obvious to me. Let me show you really quick what they look like last night. Now, one of the things I have to do this morning, this is a like a dwarf papaya plant right here. And this papaya plant here needs to be planted somewhere else because it kind of went through the bottom of my container. You see the containers have holes in the bottom. Well, it went through the hole and it's growing down inside here, and it will expand to the point. It will expand to the point in the bottom of there where I will have to destroy my little planter pot. I don't really want to do that, but I might have to do that for this one. Let me show you. I planted all these seeds at the same time. You see how small this one is right here. Let's just go back here to one that is already in the ground that I planted. And this was about, a little over a month ago. That's this one right here. This is the same plant. They were all planted at the exact same time. But you see the height of this one. Now, this won't really get much bigger than this one is height. Maybe no more probably than another meter higher than this one right here. But you can see the papaya are already developing on the trunk here. And this is another one right here. Now, I planted them in this little garden right here. This is more of a decorative garden. But since papaya, they don't last for maybe 1 year, 1 season. And then you get rid of them. So we will be back to our normal garden back here later on after these produce all of the papaya. But what I like about this variety is I can pick the papaya from right here, from this level, and not much higher once it gets about 1 meter higher than this right here. And it's very easy. It's not like, oh my goodness, like our papaya in the backyard. Let me show you these. Now that's this papaya plant back here. I don't know, you can see the papaya on there. That's the one we've been picking from. But I actually have to have something to cut the papaya from up high. I have one of these extension poles with a little saw blade, and I pop those up and catch them as they come down. But they grow really tall, and it will continue to grow even taller than that. And these will actually grow more than 1 year. They'll continue to grow way up high. But I'm really not sure about the new variety. I'm not sure if it will do the same for more than 1 year. We'll just keep an eye. Remember, this is all an experiment. I'm learning, you're learning, and those of you who know about some of these varieties of plants, I always encourage you to give me some more information that we can share on the channel. Now you can see my pineapple plants are doing absolutely great around here. I haven't counted how many we have now, but we're constantly adding. But these, I will say, I imagine we'll start getting a pineapple fruit start growing out here probably, I'm thinking, in about 6 months from now. So I have 3 of them in here. You can see the ones over here by the coconut tree over here, and they're all over the place. I just want to propagate those everywhere around. We have them over here. These are new ones that we planted over here. These are from the Michelle pineapple plant. And I want to show you the lemons. Remember our Jurassic Park lemons? I want to show you how crazy the growth we have of the lemons are. Now I call these lemons, but I really don't think they're lemons. I think they're citrons. And I actually have to probably pick this. We'll probably pick this one today. And we'll make a pitcher of lemonade in the house. This one almost ready to be picked. But the abundance this year that we're getting, it seems like every year we get more and more. I want you to see all of the fruit that's being bared on this tree. Over here, now here, back on this side. This is more of a normal size one. Normal size what a lemon would look like. But again, I think they're actually citron. Now, I want to show you, these are 2 trees like I told you. Here's a tree, and there's a tree back over there. Now this tree right here, this is the first fruit from this new tree right here, right next to the Jurassic Park lemon tree, I call it. So I'm curious to see how this develops. Will it be a traditional? Now this tree came from a regular lemon seed, a seed. I didn't buy this at the market. I took one of those American style lemons and I took the seed out, and it takes several years, but we finally have a fruit. So this will determine, when this finally grows, what this lemon tree is going to produce. So I'm anxious to see what that is going to look like when it's fully matured. And of course, it wouldn't be complete to talk about what's growing inside the backyard without looking at our bananas. And of course, this is our Cavendish, and we've looked at this over the past few episodes where we've done walkabouts in the backyard. Now each one of these, let me see if I can get around the chair over here. Each one of these where they connect to the stalk, you can see. Now each one of these groupings on here, there's about a dozen bananas on there. And I kind of counted, I did a rough count this morning, and we have right about 100 bananas on here, and that's about average. Our Cavendish variety back here normally produces about 100, maybe 112, 115 bananas, something like that. And the good thing about that is you have lots of bananas, but unfortunately you have lots of bananas that go ripe about the same time. But we'll continue to watch this. I really think we still have about two weeks before we pick this. And then we'll be giving some to our friends and family and keeping some here at the house, maybe freezing some for some smoothies. And I have one sad update that I need to share with you all. This little lemon tree was just planted here just recently. There used to be a Gabbano tree here, and it was doing so well, and I just don't know what happened to it. But I think maybe because of all the rain that we got here lately, maybe it was saturated with water at the very bottom in the roots, and sometimes these things can happen. We have a fairly good success rate of all of our plants doing well back here, but occasionally you have something like the Gibbano that died, and that's what happened. So I don't have a replacement for it, so I went ahead and put one of the little citrus trees that I had inside the raised bed garden. The nice thing about these little citrus trees, they end up growing looking like these kind of plants right here. They don't take up a lot of space. These right here and these right here, and you keep shaping them, and they won't grow huge like the mango or the mango over there. They won't grow huge like that. Anyway, we did what we could. Well, I hate losing a tree. I think I've lost 3 trees in the 4 years back here. One was a Eugenia tree that I lost, I think for the same reason. I planted in a place where the water from the roof went right into the spot. It just kind of dripped right down where that tree was sitting, and I think it got saturated. Another reason why I think maybe it was a problem with water over here. The Gibbana over here, I lost that one. And then I lost, it used to be right here with where the Santortes tree is. I had a what was it? It was a Sunkist orange tree that was actually producing really nice. They look like what we call navel oranges back in the U.S. And when we built the swimming pool, when we were clearing it, I think we did some to damage the roots on that one. So that's not a bad average when you talk about the amount of trees that we have back here inside the backyard. These things are bound to happen. Well, that's about it. I wanted to do a quick update this morning on some of the progress inside the backyard. I hope you enjoyed that for those of you who are following what's going on in the backyard here at Villa Feliz. Also, I want to say I am sorry. I want to apologize for the last video, well, the one before the last video that I uploaded and had to do with a day in the life. It was a really great video, and I was able to recover, but not until after about 1,000 of you had looked at it and saw that the video stopped at about 4 minutes and 45 seconds into the video. The video froze, and I think the audio continued going, but the video froze. It was something with the YouTube servers. So 1,000 of you got to see about 4 minutes of a 20-minute video, and then I hope you went back later and looked at the one that followed up from that, because it was it was that same video, but I was able to salvage it, and it was a really good video because it was you get to see a little bit of everything. You get to see what we do here, if you're interested in that, what we do on a day-to-day basis, and you even got to join us for a Zoom meeting with the Rotary Club, with us doing some music, live online music. So if you were one of those first 1,000 people that got shut down at 4 minutes, please go back and take a look at that video again, because it was a fun video to do, and I think you'll enjoy it if you make it through to the end. Anyway, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little MPID dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. If you ring that bell, you'll be notified next time I upload a new video. So until such time, from right here in the Philippines, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right, and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.